Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Dark Souls 3 Guide to Git Good, which should just be a simple walkthrough guide showing any tips and tricks for Dark Souls 3 and all of its areas and content. This is going to be the episode where we go through the Deacons of the Deep and the Cathedral of the Deep. Make sure before coming through this area that you guys have gone to the Handmaiden and Firelink Shrine, and you have bought yourself a torch, because these maggot men here do not like fire, and if you accidentally get maggots sprayed on you, you can just pull out the torch, and instantly they will fall off of you and no longer bleed you, so it's good to know. Smacking the enemy with your torch will instantaneously stun lock it for a few seconds, so you can get a couple hits and then smack it with your torch again, keeping him completely and utterly incapable of doing anything. Like that. And we will progress. We're going to clear out the bottom here of the area first before going up into the graveyard or anything, just so we can grab a couple items, like these extra Titanites, and the Crystal Lizard here, and the Crystal Lizard up ahead. Twinkling Titanite. I believe this is twinkling as well. Yep. And then we're going to go right over here, and we are going to grab, I believe, another regular Titanite shard. We need these to upgrade that partisan that we were currently upgrading alongside our sword. So let's go ahead and take out this Crystal Lizard. Okay. Same strat as usual with those guys. Just roll out of the way, beat him until he staggers, and then get that riposte on his head. Instantly kills him. Almost every single time. We can sneak right up on this guy here. Give him a good little slap. Torch. Infinitely stun locking him and grabbing the poison bite ring. Now, if you had come here before doing the Farron Swamp, that ring could have helped you resist some of the poison, but it also means that when you get poisoned, you're going to be poisoned ever so slightly longer, so it's not really something I would advise using, but it's there if you need it. It can extend your resistance meter just enough to where you don't get poisoned, maybe, so it can be helpful. Alright, so we're going to run past every single one of these guys, because if you kill these guys, they instantly respawn. And we're going to hang a hard left here and move up the hill. And we're going to come over here and grab the Astora Greatsword. This is the best dex scaling greatsword, or ultra greatsword I should say, in the entire game. Making our way past all these guys safely up here, jumping down right here. That is the Executioner's Greatsword and a small soul, so if you guys want that, go ahead and grab it. I'm not interested. And now we're moving into the Cathedral. Oh, I don't know how that hitbox didn't hit the guy on the right. I guess the hitbox on the torch is a lot smaller than I thought. But we're going to come over here, and we're going to drop down right here. And we're just going to start gathering these items around the tree. Since we have befriended the giant, we don't have to worry about getting shot at. But what we really want is right here. It's the Undead Bone Shard. That will upgrade our Estus. Getting chased by a Grave Warden, so we're just going to try to haul ass through here before she catches up, because those guys will bleed you And they will fuck you up. Granted, you can backstab them pretty easily if you just roll through their attacks and roll behind them. But, we're just going to keep moving. This is how I normally do this, and that's what I'm here to show you guys. Not necessarily the easiest strat or the most efficient strat, but the strat that I employ most of the time, sorry. Jumping over here so that we can run up to the roof here. If you're not comfortable jumping, do not do this. Just go down below and go the safe way. I like to drop down, though, and come over here and run past this guy here. Then we'll hug the left wall here, go through here. Make sure you hug the far left side and then run right to get around her. And then try to get to this door as fast as possible, because all of that shit's going to be chasing us. Alright, just mash roll right here. Okay, and then we're running. Now, these wardens have a tendency to absolutely chase you to the ends of the earth, so just don't stop moving until you get to the elevator. Do not stop moving. Alright, and that is the very first shortcut back to the Cleansing Chapel bonfire. So if we do die now, at least we don't have to run up through the top of the cathedral anymore. Sorry about that, guys. I had to blow my nose there. My allergies are kicking my ass today, so if you hear me snotty or sound different, I'm sorry. But, whew, something has gotten up inside my sinus cavity and is giving me hell. Alright. I don't have a cat ring, so we're just going to have to run in here and take the damage. Just run over here, jump straight off the ledge, and mash the B button so that you can roll forward as soon as you touch the ground. And just drink a couple Estus here. And just beat the hell out of this guy's ankles. Just try to watch his feet. If his feet looks like they're going to stomp on you, get away from him. If you're too close to it to get away from it, just wait for his foot to rise up like that and then roll. That way the hitbox doesn't clip you. Roll. Oh, whoops, I wasn't expecting that to hit me, so I didn't even roll. Roll. Alright. Wherever his butt lands, it's going to drop an item. So we'll go over there and grab that. Large Titanite. That's what we wanted. That's the only reason we killed him. Now, oh wait, before we grab that, let's go ahead and just do this since we're already over here. Okay, so, if you guys remember, I believe it was episode 1 or 2, I think it was episode 2, actually. We helped the Onion Knight kill that demon, and then we exhausted his dialogue and talked to him. Well, his next quest step is over here. So what we have to do is we have to open both of these doors. You don't have to grab these items, but if you would like them, go ahead. Homeward bones are always useful, so, you know, might as well grab them. The Bident, though, don't recommend it. That's just personal taste, though. Okay, so we're going to go back in here. Now that we opened up these two doors, that's the first step for the Onion Bro quest in this area. So now that we've gotten that taken care of, let's go over here, grab the Maiden set. And we're going to grab the next shortcut back to the bonfire real quick. Oh, I keep forgetting I haven't upgraded endurance yet. I probably shouldn't be blocking attacks this far into the game. Especially not a greatsword. Alright, we're just going to chill right here, waiting for Kirk to show up. And there he is. Oh, I thought he was going to do a running attack, so I went for the cheeky parry. Kirk is a pretty decent fighter. He's not one of the best. He stays aggressive, but he doesn't, he's not very smart. So you guys shouldn't have too much trouble with him. If he is giving you trouble, I just recommend staying very aggressive, just swinging on his ass. If you're using a bigger weapon, kind of keep your spacing, wait for him to attack, and then react. And you should be able to manage taking him down. If you're not comfortable fighting him, go ahead and get this shortcut right here to this door first, and then go back and fight him. That way, if you do die, you have an easy access way to get back, and you don't have to worry about anything. Alright, so we're going to rest, just to grab our Estus back and refill everything. And we're going to head through this door here, so that we can trigger the next step to Onion Bro's quest. We're just going to open this door. And now we're going to go outside. Okay. Right out here. Wait, why is Onion Bro not here? Wait, I'm a little confused now. He should be right there. Maybe I haven't triggered him yet. We might have to go in here and trigger Patches first. So let's just go ahead and go up top. I think that is what happened. I just haven't triggered Patches yet. Wait, maybe not. Maybe I didn't get... Well, no, I have the sleep emote, so we did exhaust his dialogue. So yeah, it must be just Patches. So... Anyway, go up the elevator. We're going to climb up this ladder here, which takes us up to the very, very top of the roofs of the cathedral. Kill this guy to get the attunement ring, which will give you an attunement slot for any spell that you want. That way, if you don't have 10 attunement, you can go ahead and use at least one spell. Going to run up here, block this guy's crossbow bolt, or just roll through it. And jump off to the left right here. It's going to take a little bit of damage. But we're going to drop right down here as well, taking a little bit more damage. But now we've made it to the secret Rosaria's bedchamber area. Pulling this lever is another step towards getting the Onion Bros quest to be fulfilled. So go ahead and pull that. And run up here. Now up here, we don't need to fight all these guys necessarily, but we do want to come over here and kill this guy. Because he drops the red sign soapstone so that you can do PvP with your friends. And then we'll just run right in here. Now, there's one very key stipulation to this room. Do not talk to her yet. Do not join her covenant. Do not talk to her. Do not use her at all. She is how you respec your attributes so that you can change your build whenever you want. But if you talk to her and you join her covenant, you will not be able to help Cirrus later on, and you will not be able to get the cat ring. So do not talk to her. The cat ring is very, very useful. So, I'm going to go back outside, and we're going to go across that bridge that we had just rose. Right here. Run straight across this, and we've got to go up to that door over there and open it up. That will allow Patches to get in. Alright. Open this. Now, Patches can come in, and that triggers the next quest step for Onion Bro. So now what you want to do is use a Homeward Bone and travel to the last bonfire rested at so that we can go back down to Cleansing Chapel and reset the entire area. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to run outside to the well, and I believe Onion Bro will be there now. Yep, now he's here.
Hello? Anyone there?
Okay, so what you want to do, completely talk to him, like 100% exhaust his dialogue, until it says do nothing right there. So that's how you know you've got him triggered to the next position of the quest line, and now we have to acquire his armor. So how do we do that? Well, it's pretty easy. There's 3 ways to get up there, but we're going to go ahead and just go this way since I need to go this way anyway. No sense in backtracking. So we're just going to run back into the cathedral. Make sure you saved fire bombs or at least one of these charcoal pine resins because it's going to make the enemies... Oh, excuse me. It's going to make the enemies up ahead just ever so slightly easier to kill. Take out this thrall. And we're going to go over here and fight these slimes and this giant. Whoops. Oh, I did that last time. I was not expecting that to hit me. He scrapes his hand right next to his foot there. That's the one attack I guess I'd need to learn. Either that or just stop positioning myself to the right of his left foot. Alright. Grab all these items here. You definitely want to make sure you gather all of them because you get that large titanite from the dead giant, and then you get this right here, the pale tongue. And you're going to want to use that to respec later on, so you'll need that. That's the second one we've picked up off the ground, so it didn't involve us having to do any PvP whatsoever to get those. So that's good. If you guys don't like PvP, that's 2 ways you can get pale tongues so far. You can farm pale tongues off of enemies. It's not very high drop rate though, so unless you feel like grinding, I don't advise doing that. But it is there if you would like to do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clear out some of these guys here so that we could fight these cathedral knights. These guys are tough. You can roll behind them and backstab them. Do not block these guys though, especially if you don't have a lot of stamina, because they will absolutely destroy your stamina when they hit your shield. So just attack and roll, or just backstab, backstab, backstab over and over again to take them down. And what we're going to do on this guy is we're going to roll into this to get rid of it. And we're going to backstab him with a bundle on just to get that extra damage. And then hit him with a wake-up thrusting attack. And he'll be taken out with little to no problem. As well as dropping us a Titanite shard. Nice. Alright, before heading towards the boss door, we're going to go over here. And we're going to ride this little elevator up. This opens up to the shortcut that we opened earlier for patches. And now that we triggered patches and Onion Bro, we can now find him. Wait, where is Onion? Wait, why is Patches not here? Do I have to reset the area again? I might actually. Hold on. Since we opened up that shortcut, though, it doesn't matter that we have to do a little backtracking, because we've already got that elevator straight to the boss, so all we have to do is run back up to the front door. If he doesn't trigger, there's which I've had this happen once before, it glitches out sometimes, or something in the wrong sequence occurs, and patches will not appear here at all, like whatsoever, even after talking to Onion Bro. So if that does indeed happen, there's a couple ways to fix it. One of which is to go to Firelink Shrine and buy the key that the Handmaiden has for 20,000 souls, which will trigger patches as a merchant in Firelink Shrine. And then after you do that, whoops, I did not mean to stagger myself there with a turnaround animation. But you could go to Firelink Shrine, get him as a merchant, and then buy Onion Bro's armor from Patches, or you could just outright kill Patches right there, get his ashes, and then take the armor to Onion Bro that way. There's two ways to do it. I prefer doing it this way because it goes ahead and gives you all the items right here, and it's a lot easier to dispatch him. But it looks like he is not here, which is a shame, so that means we're actually going to have to go to Firelink Shrine, which is the way I don't prefer doing it because I always fall to my death and I fucking hate this area, but let's go ahead and do it. For continuity's sake, we'd like to get this quest done. Not only that, but if you do this quest, you do get a Titanite slab later on, which is always a good thing. Oh wait, whoops, I don't even have the key yet. Getting ahead of myself. We gotta go buy the key, which is fucking super expensive, but...
Great.
20k souls down the drain. Well, at least this way, by buying the key, we'll not only get patches, but we will also get the ability to get rid of our hollowing, so that after we get the Dark Lord ending, if we absolutely wanted to, we could go ahead and get rid of our hollow and look human again. And what triggers patches here is we're going to come all the way up here through the door that we opened with the key, and we've got to come across this bridge. And notice that this door is open right now. Just keep that in mind. We're going to go up this elevator to the very top of the tower. Now, if you guys were paying attention right there, you just heard that gate slam shut. I wonder who shut that door. We're going to have to go down there and find out. Now that we got the Firekeeper's soul, you can give that to the Firekeeper to get rid of our hollowing.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful.
Alright. Now, you can't get out of here. You're trapped. 100% trapped. You cannot leave this place. The only way to leave is to roll off the edge and land where that item is. The problem with that is landing on that ledge can be an incredible bitch. Yep, see? And now I'm dead. So, always I tell people, if you're gonna try to land over there on that, don't jump, don't jump, don't do anything stupid. Just roll. Rolling is the best way to get the perfect distance for that. You just have to hit it at the correct angle. So, once you die or make it out of there alive, though, Patches will be here. And you can forgive him. Now, he sells Onion Bro's stuff. We got the Pierce Shield and the full armor set.
Can't find anything you like.
If you absolutely do not want to fight Patches,
What's that, my friend?
then you can just kick him off the ledge.
Spit. I knew something was wrong. Well, now it's my turn. I'm unbreakable, Patches. Nobody can fight me. Not in hell.
Patches isn't too bad to take down. He's prone to R1 spam, and you can break his guard by kicking his shield if he turtles too much. But yeah, just take him down like that. Simple as that. I forgot that kicking him down is a little bit harder in this position. But we get Patch's Ashes, and we get the Winged Spear, the Horsehoof Ring, and Onion Bro's entire set of stuff. So, now that we've gotten that, and he's taken care of, we can actually go over here to the Handmaiden and give her Patch's Ashes.
Gracious. And oh, I'm.
And now she will sell all of the stuff that Patches had. So she'll sell infinite black fire bombs and all that good jazz. So real quick, before we head back to the Cathedral of the Deep to give Onion Bro his set, we've got to go back up here real fast and grab our souls, and then we're heading off. If, for whatever reason, you don't want to kill Patches, all you have to do is farm enough souls to purchase the armor from Patches, and when you buy the armor from him, you can just take it and his shield, the pierced shield, back to Onion Bro. And that will trigger the next little step for you, without having to kill Patches. Because some people like to keep Patches around. I don't know. I don't really have a preference, so I just go ahead and kill him. We do, yeah, if I could English, we have enough stuff here to go ahead and reinforce our Estus one time. That bumps us up to 10 Estus. And then we can go ahead and burn the bone shards that we've collected thus far, which will actually boost our Estus a lot. So let's go ahead and burn these 3. That makes our Estus flask now a +3. Which means each flask will heal us quite a bit more than before. So we don't have to drink as many flasks in order to fully heal up. We're going to go ahead and pop our Ember as well. And I probably don't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and give her the Firekeeper Soul. And we might as well go ahead and level up since we're here. Keeping in line with our past actions, we're just going to keep leveling Dex.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
And now we're going to head off to the Cathedral at the Cleansing Chapel.
Merciful Goddess, Mother of the Forlorn, who have no place to call their own.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Wrong way. Gotta go out here. Sorry, guys. I'm getting blown up right now. My D&D story group is messaging the hell out of me right now.
Oh, my armor.
Okay, so do that, drop him his armor, and fully exhaust his dialogue until he says the same thing over and over again. And now we have triggered the next step of his quest. So now, we are going to go... Where are we going to go? We're going to go to the boss. I believe we've done everything that's of severe importance here. If you do want to get all the miracles, though, you can go straight over that staircase right there and through that door over there where that torch is and kill a mimic up some stairs that will drop you a miracle tome. I think it's the dark tome. So if you want some of the dark miracles and shit like that, you can go over there and get them. But I don't plan on doing any casting like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. And straight into the boss we go. Now, if you walk right here instead of sprinting, the Cathedral Knight will not see you. Like, look at that. He totally ignored me. So keep that in mind if you don't like fighting those guys. We're We're going to go ahead and summon Horace and Henri, though, so that we can continue their quest. You do not have to summon them here in order to continue their quest. I like to, just to make sure. But you do not have to. So if you want to do this solo, go right on ahead and do it solo. It's actually a little bit easier solo because the enemies in the room have just ever so slightly less health. But it won't make a significant enough difference here to be of hindrance to us, so might as well. Now that we've gotten the two of them. I don't have the dried finger. If I did have the dried finger... Oh, wait, I do have the dried finger. Hold up. You can also summon Cirrus of the Sunless Realm. So if you really, really want help with this boss, you can summon all three of them and make this pretty trivial, because they draw a lot of aggro and stun lock a lot of the guys that would be shooting fireballs at you the whole time. So if you're having trouble, which I don't know if you would be having trouble on this boss, but if you are, there you go, that's an easy fix. You can also use Alluring Skulls. Now, what I'll tell everybody is just don't go run in here and just try killing everything if you are having trouble. Just focus on the red guy and then move off. Wait for the red to reappear and then take him down. Alright, after that happens right there where you kill it, and a giant red ball shoots up out of him like it's a lot bigger than the normal one, then you want to get ready for the boss to appear. That's this guy right here with the giant staff in the middle. You just beat the holy hell out of him. If you're having trouble getting to him because the enemies won't fuck off, just throw in a Alluring Skull. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to stab the guy. Alright, and that's one too easy. If you rest at this bonfire and then stand up, there's actually an armor set that spawns right here on the dead body of the deacon. The Archdeacon set. It's pretty goofy. I see a lot of people use it though. It looks like more of like a meme armor than anything, but yeah. And that is the Cathedral of the Deep completely done. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to travel over to the Farron Keep perimeter, which is where we left off in the Farron Keep after completing that entire area. Alright, so once we're here, we can summon the Londor Pale Shade. Now, his summon sign will not be there unless you have done the Hollowing quest that we did in episode 2, I believe. If you're not a Hollow, though, and you haven't gotten your Dark Sigils from Yol and then had Yuria come in, you will not be able to summon this guy. But if you did, then he will be here, and he's actually quite useful for this boss. He's not necessarily overpowered or does a lot of damage, but he keeps enough pressure on the boss that allows you, the character, to get a lot more free hits. And he casts spells, which are also kind of useful. But we're just going to make our way through these Grewmen, making our way towards the boss door. Whoops, I didn't grab that ember. Go ahead and grab that ember. And kill this last Grew here. Alright, now if you do really need help for this, you can run over here, crack your knuckles, and grab the Black Hand Goddard. As well as Cirrus right here. Oh no, Londor Paleshade's being ganked by Dark Wraiths. Oof. Oh, I thought you could summon all 3 of them right here, but I guess you can only summon 2 of them. So, what I would advise is if you have the option to choose, I would go with the Londor Paleshade and Black Hand Goddard. Cirrus is okay, but she's a little dumb brain on her AI sometimes. And she'll just, like, get the holy hell slapped out of her and just stand there and take it and never once attack. Like, she will attack, but her hitbox is so fucking small, she's never gonna hit the guy sometimes, and that's just fucking annoying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop on a red bug pellet for phase 2, top off our health for phase 1, and here we go. Now, during phase 1 of this fight, there's going to be a whole bunch of versions of the boss. You've got the one that actually takes damage on the health bar, and then you've got a bunch of other ones that have separate health bars. You only need to focus this one right here, because there will be a red-eyed version of them come out, and if he has red eyes, he will actually attack the other versions of the boss. So, don't kill the red one. If he is attacking you, just kind of back off and wait for one of the other enemies to attack him. And then he will stop attacking you and start focusing on them. Oh, I always forget about that last slam. Well, I'm gonna die. Go over here and chug a quick double juice. Strafe out of the way of his attack and punish. And that's all there is to that phase. Now we're going to pop a red bug pellet to take some of his fire damage off of phase 2. And anytime he does any ability like that where he explodes with fire, he always has like a recovery frame at the end of the explosion. Take advantage of that and get a backstab, like that attack right there. Oh wow, I didn't expect him to aggro swap mid swing there. Oh, he didn't do his follow-up attack. Ooh, that was bad. That staggered me for a long time. Well, I'm playing like garbage on this one. I usually do this solo, so I'm not used to having him aggro 12 different people here, but we'll just go ahead and grab that free backstab, get him with a wake-up thrust, get him with another R1 and back off for stamina regen. He did an explosion. Go for that backstab. Get another wake-up thrust into an R1, and he's dead. Easy peasy. If you don't want to do this with summons, then this video probably isn't for you. If you're already at the point where you feel comfortable enough to solo this, then totally ignore everything I've said so far and just go in there and kick his ass. But if you do want to do it the easiest way possible, I do highly advise summoning because it does simplify and make everything a lot easier. Just don't get greedy. Now, since we are on a dexterity build, I do want to come over here and grab a sharp gem. This is the only item in this upper floor of the catacombs of Carthus that I'll actually need. So now that we've entered the catacombs, we're just going to run over here. We're going to jump to the left. Make sure we kill this guy right here because he's an asshole. Kill this guy right here as well. Oh, or not. Apparently my hitbox is non-existent. There we go. Go ahead and kill him and grab this Carthus Pyromancy Tome. If you're a Pyromancer, there you go. And break this illusion. Now, we want to fight this guy right here. he can drop a sharp gem. Oof, damn, that hurt. Oh, no, he dropped a kukri and titanite shard. But that's okay, because we can go right here and grab a sharp gem. So now we can sharp gem our partisan spear as well, which I haven't even used yet, to be honest. I was actually going to test that out in this video, because I've never actually used the partisan before. But I've always wanted to. So I might actually switch to that at some point, especially since I keep getting all of this beautiful extra titanite. Run down here, though, because that giant ball will knock you off the ledge if you're up there. We're going to run straight in here and kill this skeleton as fast as possible. And then we're just going to wait. Killing this skeleton right here where I'm standing is the trick to get this ball right here to stop. And he will also drop an undead bone shard. So incredibly useful. Make sure you kill that skeleton. If the skeleton happens to get away from you and he runs away, just chase him down, kill him, and then come back to where the bone shard will drop and go ahead and grab it. Now, we're going to go in here. Going to go ahead and eat a green blossom for stamina, and we're going to haul ass through here. That guy behind us just aggroed. Step on that button to stagger those guys away from me, and then run straight over here on the other side of this hole and just wait. All three of those guys will almost 9 times out of 10 always jump into that hole right there, which will allow you to not have to fight them and safely proceed. Let that boulder pass by, and we've got ourselves another large titanite shard here. As well as the Catacombs of Karthus bonfire. Alright, so now that we've gotten that, we're going to go over here to the left, let the boulder pass us. We could have kept running. I don't have a lot of stamina right now, so I doubt I would have made it, but you could run all the way down the stairs and not wait on the boulder if you have enough stamina. So just keep that in mind if you're speedrunning or something. Take out these 2 rats. Grab more titanite. And we're going to fight another one of these guys and hope he drops a sharp gem. Nope. We got a regular titanite. Well, right here where he dies, go ahead and hit this right here to drop the illusion. And right up here at the top of the stairs is going to be another one of those guys, but the Grave Warden ashes. And that's what we really want. So go ahead and grab those. And we're going to run back down here. Alright, so we could use the Astora Greatsword here that we acquired earlier. We can sneak right up on this dude here. Just barely walk up on him. Charge up a fully charged 2-hand attack, and we can send him flying into the abyss. Now, we're going to open up this and grab this ember, which will also trigger an invader, so do not open that gate or grab that ember unless you want to be invaded. I don't really mind. It's not going to bother me either way because I'm just going to run over here. all of those skeletons just got wrecked. That's one reason I wasn't turning my camera around. I was trying to let them all catch up and run over here. Usually when you're pointing your camera at something, they move a lot smoother and a lot faster. But when your camera's pointed away from them, everything over there that you're not looking at moves at a slower frame rate so that the game doesn't lag, which allows them to all move at a quick, even pace with each other instead of some of them being a lot faster than others. So just keep that in mind. Okay, right here, a quick cheese strat. Sometimes it doesn't work because the demon gets a little cocky, and sometimes it doesn't work because, well, you die, but... yeah, I'll show you a quick method for this. There's a demon down there, if you can see. He's a little tougher than the last one we fought with Onion Bro, but he basically has the exact same moveset and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat a red bug pellet to get rid of fire resistance, or to get some fire resistance. And then we're just going to run over here. He's going to constantly shoot fire at us. We want to punch this mimic and wake it up. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that to knock me over. And it didn't work. The mimic got slayed before he could even help fight the demon. Which is a shame, because usually the mimic will do a ton of damage to the demon. So an alternative method is to run down here, wake up all the bone boys. Yep, now he aggroes on the bone boys, and they'll start beating him up. Alright, and that's all there is to that. He takes out most of the skeletons for us, and we get to fight him with a whole lot less health and little to no trouble. So, we move on down here. This over here, if you're a pyromancer, is one of the best rings in the game for a pyromancer, the Witch's Ring. And we've unlocked the bonfire to the... What is this area called? I can never remember this place. Wait, why can't I rest? Oh yeah, Sorig is here. I forgot about that. What is this place called? Something Lake. Smoldering Lake. Aha. That makes sense. Alright. So there's two things here. We're going to turn that ballista off, but before we turn that ballista off, we have to use it to our advantage. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here towards the giant worm. We want to hug this left side over here. Oh, whoops, the tail hit me. We're going to get right over here behind this rock and just heal up. Now stay far enough away from the rock that you're not going to get hit by the splash damage of the ballista shooting, but you also want to be close enough to the rock that the ballista is not going to actually shoot you. And by standing just right here... Oh, excuse me, guys. The ballista will actually shoot the worm for us, so we don't even have to go over there and stab the worm. We can just sit here, nice and comfortable behind our rock, and let the ballista do every single bit of the work for us. He's almost dead already. One more hit, and the worm will die. Alright, when the worm dies, you get another undead bone shard and a miracle called Lightning Stake. And that is an incredibly good miracle, especially if you don't have Great Lightning Spear or Sunlight Spear. If you don't have those two, it's a super good early game miracle. Okay, so we're going to light this fire here, but now we don't want to run down into the ruins right there. What we want to do is we actually want to come over here and run back towards the ballista, because we need the ballista to do one more thing for us. Right here is a platform that you want the ballista to hit. So just kind of stand like right here, let it hit it, and boom, you've got yourself a new entrance into the ruins. And this is the way I go almost every single time. If you guys are on a pyromancer build, this crystal lizard here is incredibly useful for you. This will give you a chaos gem, which will make fire damage be put on your weapon, and it also will make the scaling of the weapon in faith and intelligence, just like pyromancy's. So it's incredibly good. Now we're going to run back through here. If you want a pyromancy tome, there's a pyromancy tome in that room back there, but we don't need it, so we're just going to go over here and light this bonfire. As well as come over here and break the illusion wall and run past all these flame slugs. Or, well, they're not slugs, but I don't know what you'd call them. Slimes, maybe? That was an Estus shard right there. Now we're going to pop a red bug pellet, and we're going to jump to the right. And we want to grab this and roll away. Oh, never mind. The slime didn't even drop like he normally does. Anyway, just grab that bone shard from underneath the slime there, and we're going to run over here. Oh, I hate getting stun locked by all these damned rats. They have like the dumbest fucking moveset too. It shouldn't even stagger me. Like, what is poise in this game? The big rat I get. The little rats, I don't fucking understand. But anyway, kill those rats from where we dropped down right here. And right next to where the big rat was sitting, there's an illusion wall right here. And inside this wall is a large titanite chest with 3 large titanite in it. So now we're sitting at 8 large titanite. We could probably get our weapon to +6 now. Be careful for these basilisks down here. You don't want to get cursed. Grab that titanite scale. Since I am low on Estus, we're just going to progress instead of fighting this stuff. If you want the Fume Sword, which is the best ultra great sword in the whole game, for strength, go down there. Kill Sorig. And he will drop the emote and the sword for you. We're going to draw this Black Knight over here. Roll past him. Come over here, grab the soul. Roll past him again. And run straight to the ladder. He doesn't climb ladders, so he can't follow us. If you do want to farm him, though, you can farm him. You can get his sword, shield, and full armor set, just like the other Black Knight in Farron. So, for sure, good armor, good shield, good weapon. Now, the reason we're coming all the way up here is so that we can turn off the ballista, which will allow us to gather all the items in the lake area without being shot at, which will be a lot nicer. So we're just going to run straight on over here. Take out some of these bone boys. They both blocked at the worst opportune time right there for me. But it's all good. Now, these two guys are assholes, especially if you're fighting them at the same time. So we're just going to move right on past them. We're going to come right around here. And right inside here is the lever. We're just going to push it to turn this thing off. Perfect. Now, that we've turned that off, the ballista is no longer functioning, and we can safely make our way down right here. Just make sure you don't have low health before making the very first drop. If you have low health, it will hurt. And then the rest of these are completely safe. Okay, now, we've got one more step, and then we're going to fight the boss of the Smoldering Lake. Oh wow, I'm really surprised that didn't die. We want to kill that, though, for a twinkling. Run over here. Sometimes we can get this crystal lizard to glitch through the wall. And he will fall to his death over there. Which will give us a Titanite chunk. That's our very first chunk. That will take a weapon from +6 to +7, all the way up to 9. So we'll need chunks later on for sure. But for now, we just come here to get the large Titanite so that we have enough to fully upgrade. As well as this guy that we knocked off the cliff earlier with the Astora Greatsword. He was way, way, way up above us. And we blasted him off. Now we've just now come down here to where his body is to grab an item. And now we've got to make our way all the fucking way back. Yeah, I was just thinking. We have Sorig still in our world, which means I will not be able to rest at a bonfire. But we can also not get back to where Sorig is. So that means, in order for us to be able to fight the boss, we're going to have to do one of these good old-fashioned DCs, which is not going to let me do because Sorig is in my world. So I'll show you guys a workaround method for that. Do not do this in PvP. If you do this in PvP, you're a scumbag who just can't accept the fact that you are worse than some other players. Like, you're gonna die. You're going to die. It's gonna happen. Someone is eventually going to kill you, and you just have to accept that. There's no reason to get butthurt or upset about it. Do not disconnect on people. That's the scummiest, most worthless thing ever. It makes you look like a worse player than you actually are when you do that shit. Like, I get it if you're low on embers and you don't want to waste any embers, but, like, that's not the way. There's better ways. Like, I don't know. Don't disconnect on players. It's hard enough to find people in this game sometimes in certain areas. Don't do that to them. But since we've only got Sorig in here and he's a bot, we're just going to go ahead and quit the game. Going to instantly load it back up. I needed that. I needed something to drink on. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to blow my nose while I'm loading back up. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a sinus medicine. Oh, or an allergy medicine. One, I can't tell which is necessary right now. I can't breathe. Alright, before we go into the boss, though, we are going to run to Firelink Shrine. I know this video's ran a little bit longer than my usual ones. I've been doing them about 40 minutes to 30 minutes, just kind of depending on, like, the area. But I really wanted to get the Catacombs, Farron, the Deacons, and this area done before getting to some of the longer areas. So, that's okay. We're just going to head back to Firelink Shrine. We're going to drop our 3 bone shards that we've collected in this area, as well as the 1 Estus shard that we've collected, and then when we come back, we will be 100% ready to fight the Demon King. Now, I don't advise summoning for Demon King. It makes the boss fight more tedious than it should be, in my opinion. If you are really struggling, then I would try to summon a player. I wouldn't try to do it, like, with the bots. Unless Sorig is one of your summons. Sorig is okay. He's not too bad. But this boss is weak to dark, so make sure you buy yourself one of these human pine resins. If you are having trouble, it'll help you significantly with your damage output. And let's go ahead and sell all the souls that we've collected. I don't need the Crystal Sage, the Deacons, or the Soul of the Demon that I've collected. Blood of the Wolf is the Abyss Watcher's soul, which I don't need on this build, so we'll go ahead and sell that as well. Yeah, I think that's everything for now. I guess we could sell some of these gems I'm not going to use, like this fire gem for sure. It's kind of useless. It's okay on that note, though, and extra weapons. We've got the Drang Hammer, we've got the Saint Bident, we've got the shitty whip, we've got the Winged Spear. The Black Blade I'm not going to use. Not going to use the Barbed Straight Sword or the Irithyll Straight Sword. Alright. Not going to use that or that because they're strength weapons. Not going to be a caster. Alright. That's everything that was unnecessary.
Ashen one.
Now I have 126,000 souls. We're going to go over here to the blacksmith and go ahead and reinforce our Estus. Now we have 11 Estus. I'm going to sharp infuse my partisan. And as well, we're going to reinforce the sword up to +6. And we're going to upgrade the partisan to +4. We're going to need some more large shards before we can get our partisan up, though. Which is no big deal, because we're going to have a ton of extra shards, so I guess I'll go ahead and get my sellswords up to +3 as well, because they're incredibly powerful dexterity weapons. So, might as well.
Pretty be careful.
Alright, now that we have done that, we have a ton of extra souls, and we can use those to level up. Go ahead and put our red bug pellet on, as well as our human pine resin for the boss fight. And we're going to talk to Henri here so that they will move back to the catacombs. Alright.
Well, very well. Then hey.
Go ahead and level up. We're going to go ahead and get this to 35, and then we'll bump the rest into health.
Farewell, Ashen one.
And we've got 3 more bone shards. So that we went from 0 to 3, and now we're going from 3 to 6. So our Estus has taken a massive boost just by going down into the Smoldering Lake area. Alright, and that will also trigger us for the boss fight. We're ready to go. We're going to end this segment, or this video, as soon as we take out the Demon King. So if you guys already know how to fight the Demon King, or you're already comfortable, then you can go ahead and stop watching here, because this is just going to be me fighting the boss and trying to jankily explain how I fight him. I don't have a good method for fighting him, to be 100% honest. At least I can't think of one off the top of my head. What I will say is, you should probably wear the entire set of Fallen Knight armor because he does mostly fire damage, and Fallen Knight has an insanely good fire resistance. Also, I would equip the Dragon Crest shield that we got up on the bridge earlier, because it has an incredibly good fire resistance as well. If you don't have the Dragon Crest and you did get a Black Knight shield, it has a better fire resist, I believe. Oh, actually, no, it does not. It has a fire of... Oh, yeah, no, it is worse than the Dragon Crest. Well, then, yeah, Dragon Crest is the best, but if you have a Black Knight shield and not a Dragon Crest, then I'll go ahead and recommend you use that. But since I have Dragon Crest and it has an 89% fire resistance, we're going to put that on. And there's one more ring you could get that will boost your fire resistance in the very first area of the Undead Settlement, but we didn't grab that, so sadly I will not be able to use that. But otherwise, I think we are all set. Make sure you have red bug pellets and human pine resin on, and you should be able to pull this off, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk in. The boss doesn't trigger instantly, so we're going to walk forward a little bit. We're going to eat our pellet and pop our resin, and then we're going to rush the boss. Let our stamina come back and then spam on him a little bit while he's standing up. Dodge forward towards the boss almost every single one of his attacks. That's how I usually do this. Kind of just stay between his legs. He does have some fire attacks that you got to be careful for. But if you stay close to him, he will most of the time just try to melee you. Now, we've gotten him really low and he's fallen over. When he falls over, though, you want to get away from him because he explodes. And then after he explodes, he's basically going to just be useless, unless he glitches like he just did. You can roll in this water right here, though. Rolling in this water will actually make your character wet, and if you're wet, the fire damage you take is actually reduced quite a bit. Like, look at this. My fire absorption right now is 36. That is higher than any of my other stats. Be careful, though, when he's downed like this. He can still hit you with his hammer when he slumps over like that. So just be careful not to attack him on that side. Watch his little hand, and just poke him in the face. And that is Demon King, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this is helping someone who's having trouble with Dark Souls 3. If not, maybe it's just something interesting for you guys to watch, to get an alternate perspective on things, you know. I don't know. I'm just doing this for fun, honestly. But if you guys did like the video, go ahead and give me a like down there. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the new episodes and future content, including Elden Ring, Bloodborne 2 if it ever exists, and any other From Software content. And my God, I'm going to go take some allergy medication. See you guys in the next video.